Hello, everyone, and welcome EcoSchools. My name is Renee. I'm one of the program coordinators here at EcoSchools Canada, and I am so excited to welcome you all here today. We are so excited to gather and to celebrate all of your amazing environmental achievements for the 2024 to 2025 school year. So without further ado, let's jump right in. All right, as I said, we're so excited to be joined by EcoTeams across Canada today. And today I am grateful to be joining from Toronto, which is the traditional land of the Mississaugas of the Credit, the Anishinaabe, the Chippewa, the Haudenosaunee, and the Wendat peoples. And we would love to hear from you and where you're joining from. So please use the QR code on the screen or the link and the code on the top of the screen to join our Mentimeter and pin where you're joining from with your Eco Team today. Amazing. We have some from the West Coast here. Great. I'll give y'all a few minutes to get into the Mentimeter. You should be able to, yes, join in the QR code or joining on the code on the top of the screen. Amazing. We have some in Ontario as well. Awesome. Welcome. Welcome, everyone. Some more BC schools, some more Ontario schools. Amazing. All right. Awesome. Alberta and our Quebec schools. Welcome. Welcome, everyone. Wow, incredible. Hamilton, Scarborough, Montreal. Awesome. Okay. Well, it is incredible to see how many eco teams are joining us from across the country here. Again, welcome and thank you all so much for being here today. So I know that many of you are joining alongside members of your eco team that you worked so hard with this year to brainstorm, plan, and run so many of the incredible events at your school. I would love to hear in 1 to 3 words, how would you describe your eco team? So again, you can join using the QR code on the screen or the link at the top with the code and just adding your words here that you would use to describe your team this year. Dedicated, energetic, amazing, enthusiastic, outgoing, fabulous. I like that one. Caring, awesome. Hardworking for biodiversity, beautiful. Passionate, medicine garden. Awesome, awesome. Helpful, mighty, I like that too. Student-centered, creative, passionate, nice, caring. Oh, these are amazing. Artsy, so cool. I can certainly agree after reading through some of the applications for this school year, we have definitely seen so many examples of all of these words in your work this year. Amazing. Thank you so much for joining. Okay. Well, I will now pass it over to Sierra, our co-executive director from EcoSchools, to share a few words.
Thank you, Renee, and thanks to all of you who are joining us in this celebration today from across the country. It was great to see people joining in from British Columbia and from Quebec, Alberta, Ontario, really representing the breadth of the people that participate in our program every year. I would like to begin by taking a moment to recognize the land on which we find ourselves, known to many Indigenous people as Turtle Island, a name given by the Lenape, Haudenosaunee, Anishinaabe, and other woodland nations, a land today that is home to diverse Indigenous cultures, traditions, and ways of knowing. As an organization, EcoSchools works to support and amplify and celebrate a multiplicity of people who maintain very unique identities and ancestry. And as an organization, we are very committed to fostering reconciliation and building respectful and reciprocal relationships with Indigenous people and the land where we live, work, learn, and of course, play as well. And we do this by engaging in a variety of activities that foster ongoing reflection, learning, and action, and consider how place and identity and reconciliation are incorporated into our work every day. So, for example, we have highlighted Indigenous knowledge and Indigenous ways of knowing and resources throughout the EcoSchools action cards. And this is done with the intention of creating more opportunities for educators and students to really root their learning through an Indigenous lens. This year, we were also so happy to launch 2 different actions, the Land Recognition and Reciprocity Action, which is intended to support a path towards reconciliation through a land-based approach to learning. This action was developed in partnership with Karen Nago, who is a Métis primary teacher located in British Columbia, our partners at Natural Curiosity, and also our partners at Moccasin Identifier. And this year, the action was implemented by 359 different schools across the country. We also were happy to launch the Indigenous Nature-Based Technologies Action, which was created with our wonderful partners at Low Tech. And this action really aims to expand understanding of existing green technologies by learning about and also applying traditional ecological knowledge. And this card was implemented by 94 different schools across the country. Next, we'd really love to congratulate the 1,970 different schools and more than 987,000 students that collectively completed over 24,000 environmental actions this year for all of your environmental commitment and achievements. We also want to recognize and congratulate the schools that have joined us for the first time this year on their EcoSchools journey, along with those long-standing schools that have achieved really impressive certification milestones, including 5, 10, and 15 years of certification. This year, we also had 5 schools that reached the outstanding achievement of certifying for their 20th year. We applaud all of you for your commitment. And if you're joining today from a classroom or as an eco team, please give yourself a round of applause. You really deserve it. And on that note, we'd love for you to share in the chat one of your favorite actions that you led this year as a school, an eco team, or a classroom. And if you include your name, your school name, and also your school board, you'll be entered into a prize draw to win one of 3 EcoSchools action cards decks at the end of the celebration today. So once again, many thanks to each and every one of you, students, teachers, school staff, board level staff, partners, administrators, families, and volunteers for your great commitment to environmental learning and action throughout the school year. And now I'll pass it back to Renee to present our EcoTeam Award winners from this year.
Thanks, Sierra. Now I am so excited to share with you our EcoTeam Award winners for this year. Congratulations to Lawfield Elementary School for winning the Elementary EcoTeam Award this year, and a big shout out to Daniel Cousins Public School for coming in 2nd place. And a big congratulations to École Secondaire Lacombe Composite for achieving the secondary EcoTeam Award this year, and a shout out to École Secondaire Michel Obonazwin for coming in 2nd place in the secondary category. Let's take a look at some of their amazing accomplishments this year. So as part of their commitment to waste reduction and creative environmental learning, Lawfield Elementary hosted a school-wide trash and show, a fun and thoughtful initiative led by their passionate eco team, where students from every grade were invited to design fashionable outfits created from recyclables or trash. Through research, collaboration, and hands-on learning, students explored what it means to truly reduce, reuse, and rethink waste. The event sparked curiosity, critical thinking, and community spirit, making it a standout example of how sustainability can be both educational and exciting. Amazing work, Lawfield Elementary, and we're excited to have this amazing eco team with us today. Congratulations on receiving this year's Eco Team Award. Lawfield Eco Team, I want to ask, what is one piece of advice you would give to other eco teams?
Hey everyone. Hi everyone. Oh, you can see kids behind me. Are you guys behind me? Can you see?
Hi everyone.
Can you hear us?
Hello.
So we Our eco team, that's half the kids. We are on a field trip right now to the Royal Botanical Gardens. So it's kind of funny timing, but it works really well that we're on an eco club trip when this is happening. So our advice would be connecting with community groups, parent volunteers. I've got one, she doesn't want to be on camera. But the biggest thing for us has been making connections with the environmental organizations in Hamilton, Butterfly Way, Green Venture. They've been really helpful in getting us the information we need and the expertise, and then getting our parents on board. So all of our parent council volunteers come out and help whenever we need something. They're on the trip with us right now. And that's really what's made it successful for us this year.
Amazing. Awesome. Well, enjoy the rest of your field trip, and thank you so much for joining us. Thank you for sharing that with us today, Lawfield Elementary. Again, congratulations. All right, so next, we're so excited to recognize the Eco Team from Donald Cousins Public School, who earned second place in this year's Eco Team Awards in the elementary category. One of their most meaningful projects was called Water Connects Us, led by students. This is where families gathered for an evening of learning, connection, creativity, including a presentation on the importance of water and the Oak Ridges Moraine, and a beautiful community art project. Together, they created a collaborative piece that illustrates how all living things are connected through water. Daniel Cousins Eco Team, congratulations on your efforts. I'd love to ask you, what is one thing your team is most proud of this year?
Well, there's a lot of things we did this year. We did monthly initiatives, bike night, many things. But we would say the thing that we're most proud of is the thing you see on the screen right now, which is the Water Connects Us night. Because on this night, we were able to bring in so many different people in our school from so many different generations. We had grandparents, kids, parents, and we were able to educate so many people in just one night about why water is important, how we can save water, and they were able to do a collaborative art piece that's so pretty, and we have it in the library, and so many people in our school can see it.
That's amazing. That sounds like an incredible event. Thank you so much for sharing and for joining, and congratulations on your work this year. Thank you, Donald Cousins. Amazing. All right. Well, now let's head west to a school that is growing innovation, École Secondaire Lacombe Composite. Their planting projects this year were amazing. From managing hydroponics and aquaponics to supplying fresh herbs and produce to their local school cafeteria and local restaurants, one of their most creative projects this year was learning how to use and make oregano oil as a natural pesticide to help protect their bees from varroa mites. And we're so happy to have the incredible EcoVision team from Lacombe Composite. Congratulations on being our secondary Eco Team Award winners this year. Do you have any advice you'd like to share with other Eco Teams today?
I will first. Thank you for nominating us. My name is Steve Schultz. I'm the teacher here. We're in the middle of an amazing workshop displaying and showcasing our gardens with the CTEC conference, which CTEC teachers, and that stands for Career Technology and Education Council. And so they're here sharing this award with us, 30 teachers from around the province. So I'm so grateful, and I wanted to do a shout out to them. So first, and I'm going to turn it over to Libby, and she'll tell us her best kept secret.
Okay, I think that the two most important things are weaving education into some really cool and fun projects. It's really important. And community collaboration is really important as well. Most of our projects wouldn't happen without community collaboration, and most in general don't happen. So really collaborating with the community is important.
And I have two more. So obviously it has to benefit the environment, and especially your local environment. And probably our best piece of advice we could give out of those four, the most important, is that it should be student-led, so that it's not motivated by getting a good grade in a class assignment, but is also motivated by a student's passion as well.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Awesome. Amazing. Yeah, that's a really good advice. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much. Congratulations, École Secondaire Lacombe Composite. Incredible. I hope you found these eco teams as inspiring as we do. So this year's EcoSchools, you accomplished so much. There were so many amazing standout projects through your applications, like this hydroponic garden that started at the University of Toronto schools, where students planted a hydroponic garden in a central area of the school to involve the whole community. The food grown was shared with staff and students, and the Eco Club is exploring ways to grow more to donate to a local food bank. Another incredible project we saw was at Aylesbury Public School, where students got to work on reducing waste. They designed and sewed reusable sandwich wrappers featuring a student-created logo to reduce single-use lunch waste. Amazing work. And elementary school students at Keela Heschel School created field guide pamphlets based on their observations and research of a local nature sanctuary, and then used them to lead a hike for kindergarten students. Incredible work. With so many incredible initiatives by schools across the country, we really need to take some time to explore just how much of an impact you've had this year. But to do that, we're going to play a game. So I'm going to invite you to join our Mentimeter link for a quiz on the impact that you've had this school year as EcoSchools. So you're able to join at mentimeter.com using that verification code at the top of the screen. So I'll just give it a moment for folks to join there before I ask our first question and before we jump in. Okay, amazing. Some folks are already getting started. So the first question I have for you is, what do you think is the most completed action across the country this year? So your choices are the Great Gulp, we have community cleanup, and we have repurposing and innovative recycling. We'll give y'all a moment for that. What do we think? Okay. A lot of folks are thinking it might be Great Gulp. Some, community cleanup is catching up a little bit. And the answer is community cleanup. All right, so our next question here, how many students do we think took part in the Great Gulp this year across Canada? So our options are 300,534 students, 40,029 students, or 600 students. What are our thoughts? What do we think? How many students? Okay, again, it's very close with this one. No one thinks 600. We know the impact is higher than that. Amazing. Okay, so the answer is, I'll let last few. Okay, our answer is 308,534 students took part in a Great Gulp this year. Incredible. All right, our next question. This year, EcoTeams and students took their learning outside. How many outdoor learning hours do you think took place at our EcoSchools this year? We have 500 hours, 500,928 hours, and 1,100,920 hours. What do we think? All right, I'll let you add your last few answers to the question, and let's see what the correct answer is here. It was 1,100,920 hours of outdoor learning this year across the country. That is incredible. All right. So our next question here is about waste-free lunches. How many waste-free lunches do we think were tracked throughout all the EcoSchools in Canada this year? So we have 890, 5,789, or 200,918. Okay, I'll let the last few responses come in. All right, this one is not even close. Okay, we have a few more coming in for 5,000. Let's see what the correct answer is. 200,000, over 200,000 waste-free lunches tracked this year. That is amazing. Okay. Our next question here is about tree planting. So many EcoSchools did a lot of various tree planting initiatives this year. How many trees do we think were planted by EcoSchools across the country? We have 500, 6,000, or over 30,000. What do we think? Okay. All right. So let's see what our answer is here. Oh, it doesn't seem to want to tell me the correct answer, so I will just tell you. It is over 30,000 trees were planted in Canada this year by our EcoSchools. What an incredible accomplishment. Oh no. Oh, some folks are already answering. Okay, lastly, our final question. How many amazing environmental leaders do we think were on EcoTeams across the country this year? I'll let your answers roll in here. We have 4,460, 25,200, or over 36,000. Okay, the last final responses roll in here. All right, let's see. So the answer was over 36,000 students were on EcoTeams across the country this year, which is incredible. All right, so that was our quiz there. Amazing. So thank you all so much for participating. I hope that gave you an idea of just how much of an impact you've had this year. There's so much that is done in EcoSchools throughout the year, but seeing those numbers combined across the country really is incredible. You should be so, so proud of yourselves. So without further ado, I want to announce the winners of today's giveaway of our action card deck. So the first winner for today is Thorncliffe Park Public School in TDSB, and their favorite action they completed this year was waste-free lunch. Congratulations. Our second winner of the giveaway is St. Gabriel Elementary School, EMSB School Board, and their favorite action was the pollinator garden. Amazing. And our last winner of our giveaway today is Lakewood Academy from Newfoundland and Labrador, and their favorite action this year was the Create Homes for Wildlife action. Amazing. Well, congratulations. We will reach out to you directly about your prize. All right, so before we wrap up our time together today, I want to give a big shout out to the incredible school boards who achieved 100% certification across all their schools this year. So congratulations to Dufferin Peel Catholic District School Board, Rainbow Schools, and École Catholique Centre Est. Amazing work this year. And before we wrap up, thank you all so much for joining us today. Again, a huge congratulations to all of the schools who joined in the EcoSchools program this year. You've accomplished so much, as we've seen through our impact quiz today and through the examples shown from the EcoTeam Award winners and our other school shoutouts today. Amazing work. Before I go, I will leave you with this short video. Stay tuned at the end for a glimpse at the 5, 10, 15, and even 20-year milestone schools who are celebrating those amazing achievements this year. Thank you so much, everyone. I will leave you with this video. Bye. Congratulations again, and take care. Enjoy the
Hey EcoSchools, congratulations on another incredible year.
We are so proud of the students, parents, educators, school staff, and board representatives who made a real difference this year.
Votre engagement en faveur du développement durable continue de nous inspirer.
De la réduction du plastique à la plantation d'arbres, en passant par le contact avec la nature, vos efforts comptent énormément pour l'environnement.
And the impact you've made? Absolutely incredible.
Almost 1 million Canadian students joined the EcoSchools movement.
Plus de 550 kg de déchets ont été détournés des sites d'enfouissement.
et des élèves ont passé plus de 1 million d'heures d'apprentissage en plein air.
A special shout out to the schools celebrating their 5, 10, 15, and 20 years of EcoSchools certification.
And to the 100% certified boards and districts, what an achievement.
Alors que l'année scolaire touche à sa fin, il est temps de célébrer avec votre communauté scolaire.
Organisez un rassemblement dans le jardin afin de célébrer, partagez vos réalisations et vos résultats de certification ou réfléchissez aux belles initiatives de cette année.
Thank you for being the climate leaders our planet needs right now.
Keep up the good work, and let's make next year even more impactful.
And remember, a sustainable future begins at every
EcoSchool!
Bye, everyone. Thank you so much for joining. Congratulations again on all of your amazing work this year. Take care and have a great rest of your school year and a great summer. Bye, everyone. Thanks again.